Welcome to week 6, lesson 2. This lesson is all about supporting the nervous system, our adrenal system, our thyroid, and, there's a kitty, and making it so that you can feel grounded, think more clearly, and have an overall sense of improvement, happiness, and joy within your life. Sounds good, right? So you guys, we're talking about meditation, but I feel like that can be a trigger word from people sometimes. And my form of meditation is really deep breathing. So however that may look for you, there's lots of different meditations, from transcendental meditations to different guided meditations to sitting in like a very specific pose for a very long time without moving. There's different forms of breathing. There's prayer, right? And what I'm very specifically talking about is deep breathing. Exactly how you want to do it doesn't really matter to me, whatever feels best to you, right? So I really believe that there's different types of meditations, and the one that's best for you is the one that resonates best with you. When I first started doing this, it was when my son had come out of a month-long hospital stay. Part of that was in the ICU in Salt Lake City, so in a city 5 hours away from here, the Primary Children's Hospital. I was so stressed out. I had had a year of a really, really sick baby while I was trying to teach, and it was not good. I was in a state where my hormones were out of whack, my adrenals were shot, my thyroid was shot. My nervous system was just completely, it was like it had been electrocuted. And the truth is, so many of us, like, that may be an extreme situation. I feel like so many of us have different extreme situations, but also, even if you don't, just the day-to-day stress of our modern day society of hustling and bustling and getting from practice to work and being a mom or dad and working. There's so many demands on us, and our nervous system is really impacted by that. And it is a crucial component to support and heal the nervous system for our whole body to heal and regenerate. And so I want to teach you, I'm going to give you a few of my favorite meditations. When I first started meditating, you guys, I have very much an ADD mind. And it's difficult for me to sit still. It's difficult for me to, I'm a mover kind of person. My mind is like a ping pong ball where I'm like, I'll think about something and, that reminds me of this and this and this. And I've embraced it, and I now call it a brilliant mind because I'm able to stay with it and just like create these beautiful, amazing things. My mind has an incredible ability to do so. And I believe that the reason I'm able to tap into that and organize all of those thoughts that are ping-ponging all over is because I meditate, and because I journal, and because I eat well and drink my water, right? We're taking on the inflammation and really creating a grounded sense in the body. So I want you all to just do this with me for one moment. Sit down. Sit straight with your spine erect, feet on the floor, or you can sit Indian style, crisscross applesauce, as my daughter would say. Close your eyes and just feel into your body for a moment. Notice any discomfort. My right shoulder bleeds a little bit. It feels a little stuck. I feel heavy. My upper body feels heavy right now, right? Just notice how you feel. And then I'm going to have you breathe in your nose for the count of 3. Hold it for the count of 3. And breathe out your mouth for the count of 6. So it's going to look like this. Hold it. Breathe out. Okay. So breathe in your nose for the count of 3. Hold it for the count of 3. Breathe out your mouth for the count of 6. And I don't know if you heard me, but when you breathe out, You want to really make the sound of your breath really coming out. When you're breathing in, the air is going completely filling up your lungs, going into your upper abdomen, expanding your rib cage, expanding your stomach so that your belly button pops out, right? That's what your in-breath needs to be. You guys, we only use traditionally the top third of our lungs. Oxygen is deeply healing. O2, ozone, is one of the many treatments I received when I was on my near-death experience from Lyme parasites. I had ozone IVs, hyperbaric chambers. So like oxygen is deeply healing, not only to the nervous system, but to all the tissues in our body. And because we typically only use the top third of our lungs, because we tend to breathe very shallow because we're often very stressed in life, we're kind of walking around breathing shallow, that expanding our lungs, our rib cage, and our stomach is going to give us so much oxygen. In fact, what a lot of research says is that when you meditate, when you breathe deeply, and by the way, if you're in a car right now, just go home and do this. You want to do it with your eyes closed as you're breathing in and out and doing your deep breathing. Because that it allows the sympathetic nervous system to turn on, where you can you can kind of release and begin to melt away. So we're going to take this cycle, we're going to do it 5 times, where we breathe in for the count of 3, hold it for the count of 3, breathe out for the count of 6. And I'm going to guide you through it. And that's it, you guys. It's super simple. Ready? Begin. Breathing in for the count of 1, 2, 3. Hold it for 1, 2, 3. And exhale through your mouth for the count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold it for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And breathe out slowly through your mouth for the count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out for the count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more cycles, everyone. Breathe in for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold it for 1, 2, 3. And breathe out for the count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For those who are visual this time, and when you breathe in for the count of 3, imagine that you're breathing in a mountain stream, right? Or a waterfall. You're breathing in this mountain stream. And as you breathe it in, the stream pools up in your heart. And as you hold it for the count of 3, you just see this pool of energy sitting in your heart. And when you breathe out for the count of 6 through your mouth, it's a waterfall that just comes spewing out of your mouth like this. So those who are visual can visualize that. Okay, sit for just one moment. Notice your body. Tune into your body. Come into your body. Notice how you feel. I know I feel lighter, more aligned, more grounded. That felt good. Thank you guys for doing that with me. That's one form of meditation. When I first began, and I wanted to do this with you here so you could just experience what 5 breaths, right? Holding it, breathing in, holding it, breathing out 5 times. That probably took us a minute and a half. What that can do for our body. So 1 minute and 30 seconds, we all have 90 seconds in our life. Wake up in the morning, the very first thing. Notice your body. Sit up, straight spine, deep breaths in, deep breaths out. When you do a longer exhale, that is actually a detoxifying breath. So through our breath, if you guys remember the very first, or one of the first lessons, when we were talking about water and drinking a gallon of water, I said drinking a gallon of water is the number one way that you can push inflammation out of your body. Deep breathing in and having a longer exhale than that of your inhale is one of the top methods underneath drinking water that you can do to push inflammation out of your body. So as you're breathing out, you're actually pushing inflammation out. It's not just about relaxing. There is a science. It's physiologically changing your body. And it feels so good, and it's so good for you. So what I recommend doing is committing to doing this every day for 1 week. Take 1.5 minutes, 90 seconds, and breathe through the 5 cycles just like we did. Or if you're someone who really likes guided meditation, if you scroll down to the bottom of the screen, you will see a number of links. There's a gratitude meditation, a meditation called Soul Sync, which I love because it comes out of a place called the O&O Academy in India, and it's really grounded in brain research. And you sit and you hold your fingers like this, and with each breath, you're just tapping your fingers. And it gives you, I think, 4 or 5 different breath cycles with different types of breath. So the first one, you're just breathing in and out. The next one, you breathe in and then you hum. The next one, you breathe in. Then you pause before you exhale. The next one, you chant the words aham or I am limitless. And then the next one, you sit in a very contemplative, limitless state. It's so beautiful. And I have to tell you, at the end of that meditation, you create an intention for the day, right? Or an intention for life. And they've been conducting a lot of research and gathering data on this. And what's coming out is that people who Soul Sync, who do this meditation, are receiving their intention 70% of the time. I think it's 70% more of the time comes to fruition than people who just set out an intention without doing this meditative practice along with it. It's very cool and really connected to quantum physics. And so there's a few different meditations that I'm linking you guys to from the O&O Academy. And there's also a woman called Kelly Howell. She's the first person I ever meditated with. Oh my word, she got me hooked, and I did it for about 45 days, and I'm telling you, it changed my life the same way that removing processed sugar changed my life. It was a game changer, and she's phenomenal. So she's a totally different type of meditation, but if your brain is like mine, where it's the ping pong ball, then having some words to follow along with as you practice meditation, because it is a practice, can be so powerful. So let me know how your practice goes. If you've never meditated before, post that in the Facebook group. Tell me how your first meditation went, and you can't do it wrong. Okay. There's all this stuff about like, oh, you don't want to have any thoughts or this or that. We're human. We have thoughts. If you have a thought, you can just imagine it's a leaf on a creek floating by and just watch it pass and come back to your breath. But if you just breathe deeply, your body will receive so much healing. So I'm excited. Please let me know how it goes and check out the links below for those amazing meditations. Okay, you guys, have a great day.